Hello everyone, and welcome to the first video of the channel, Raptor Rex Productions. Today marks the beginning of a new paleo series, Forgotten Fauna. In this series, we will look over prehistoric animals that have been, well, forgotten, or never known by the mainstream, and I'm sure some paleo fans as well. Each episode will follow one of these strange animals because these fauna deserve to be more recognized. These videos are influenced by other paleo content creators like Paleo Nerd and my personal favorite, Red Raptor Writes. Both are legends, and I'll leave links to their channels in the description. Thank you, and enjoy the video. It's the early 1930s, and a German paleontologist by the name of Ernst Stromer is searching for fossils in the Bahariya Formation in North Africa. This is when he and his team find some interesting dinosaur remains. They find leg, neck, and tailbones of an unidentified carnivore that Stromer believed to walk the Earth 95 million years ago. He would describe the animal in 1934, where he would give the infamous name Bahariasaurus ingens, meaning Baharia lizard. Stromer was one of the most influential scientists in all paleontology, being one of the lead paleontologists ever in African dinosaurs. While studying its fossils, Stromer concluded that Bahariasaurus was a large predator in the Carcharodontosauridae family. He placed the theropod at a length of 11 to 12.2 meters, 36 to 40 feet, and a weight of 4.4 to 4.6 metric tons, making it about the size of the North American Carcharodontosaurid Acrocanthosaurus. This would make Bahariasaurus the third largest carnivore in the Chemchem group, behind Spinosaurus, which was a massive 50-foot-long fish eater that inhabited the swamps and deltas of North Africa, and Carcharodontosaurus itself, which is possibly the little cousin of Bahariasaurus, having many of the same features. The Carchar would have been the biggest primary land predator in Cenomania, North Africa. Bahariasaurus would have been in direct competition with its larger relative. 95 million years ago, Bahariasaurus would have preyed on Egyptosaurus, a medium-sized sauropod, Rubechisaurus, a smaller sauropod, and an unnamed Chemchem titanosaur, which would have been very difficult for any predator to prey upon. Bahariasaurus, Stromer believed, it would have killed its prey by biting into the animal with its serrated shark-like teeth, then letting blood loss and shock kill the creature. Stromer would then take his fossils to Munich, where he would study the multitude of remains he found, including discovering multiple animals, including the Neosuchian Stomatosuchus, sauropod Egyptosaurus, and the aforementioned Spino and Carchar. Bahariasaurus would have gone extinct around 95 million years ago due to the Cenomanian-Turonian boundary, where climate change, rising sea levels, and volcanic activity would spell doom for Bahariasaurus and many of the large dinosaurs that inhabited North Africa. Ernst Stromer would never find any other fossils of the carnivore in his life, as that was his last expedition to North Africa. Unfortunately for science, Stromer's fossils were being held in a museum right across the street from the Nazi headquarters in Munich, Germany. Stromer, rightfully so, was not a fan of the Nazi Party, and because of this lack of political support, his fossils were not moved to a safer location. An Allied bombing in 1944 destroyed all of Stromer's fossils, including some very important Spinosaurus remains, as well as the only fossils ever discovered of potentially Bahariasaurus. Ernst Stromer passed away in 1952, a sad case of prehistory colliding with modern history. Because of the lack of African dinosaur fossils after Stromer's were destroyed, prehistoric Africa became a forgotten land. A piece of the prehistoric puzzle was simply removed. Being in the Sahara Desert, the Bahariya Formation was very difficult for paleontologists to have expeditions and excavations with temperatures exceeding 100 degrees Fahrenheit. So, for a while, Bahariasaurus faded into paleo mystery, a forgotten predator of a bygone age. Over the years, Bahariasaurus has been placed in many dinosaur family trees. In 1960, paleontologist, I'm not even going to try to butcher that name, but he put Bahariasaurus in the family Megalosauridae. In 1948 and 1956, paleontologist Friedrich von Huene made a new classification of dinosaurs, being Bahariasauridae, a family that has been debunked since then. But in 1995, everything would change for Bahariasaurus. This is when paleontologist Gabriel Lyon discovered an interesting theropod he named Deltadromeus, meaning Delta Runner. It was a medium-sized theropod, being 8 meters or 26 feet long, 8 feet or 2.4 meters tall at the hips, and weighed a little over a ton. This theropod has bounced around the dinosaur family tree, where originally Lyon believed it to be a Coelurosaur. Over the years, this has changed, with Deltadromeus being considered a Megaraptoran. But a 2025 paper by the Italian Journal of Geosciences proposes that Deltadromeus was in the family Noasauridae, along with the Madagascarian Machikosaurus and the Chinese Limusaurus. Noasauridae is a very mysterious clade of dinosaurs that are mostly known from very fragmentary remains. It would also make Deltadromeus the largest noasaurid by far. The same 2025 paper and others have hypothesized that what was once considered Bahariasaurus was a junior synonym of Deltadromeus. However, all these claims have no real meaning, as we have no fossils to study of Bahariasaurus. The only evidence that scientists can study are pictures in black and white of the creature's bones. However, due to these pictures, some scientists have claimed that the pelvis and pectoral girdles indicate that these two might be distinct species. This is still an ongoing scientific debate, but sadly, without any fossils to study, there are simply no real conclusions that can be drawn to where in the dinosaur family tree that Bahariasaurus resided. It's truly sad how such a remarkable and beautiful animal can be lost to history with just a few bombs. Thank you all so much for watching, and make sure to drop in the comments some forgotten fauna that I can use for later episodes. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe so you can never miss out on any new videos. But as always, thank you, and hopefully I'll see you again on Raptor Rex Productions.